Hi everybody, it's 9 o'clock. I'm back just as I promised. Thank you for joining. Hi Kim, hi Vicky, hi Tracy, hi Brandon, hi to everybody, all my friends and family. Oh, I just love that we get to meet twice a day and learn more about parenting. Very excited to be with you guys tonight. Hi Tiffany, I've been thinking about our time together, and every time I think about it, I just get excited. So I'm pumped to be here to cheer you guys on. Hi Brandon, hi Tasha. I'm pumped to cheer you guys on to being great parents and to learning more and more. Hi Tiffany, hey everybody. I love the whole Samuel family. I love you and all your sisters and your mama and everybody, husbands. Hi Kristen. Oh, hey, Kim's sharing this. This is great. By the way, if you'd like to share the live episode, the live Periscope tonight, hi, Oily Mom, all you need to do is swipe to the right if you are on your iPhone and up and down if you're on an Android, and you can share the live Periscope right now. So if you know somebody that would like to join in, please share it, because I would love for everybody to join in that would need some parenting advice. So I've got some great parenting advice to give you today. We are working our way through the alphabet, A through Z. My name's Trina Titus Lozano, and I'm a counselor and a teacher and a mom and a Nina, and I've got 4 grown kids and 9 grandkids, and it's fun to be here with you today giving you parenting advice. So I've got some questions. Hey, Matt Yonker, you're driving. Okay, well, be careful while you're driving. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. So, got some parenting advice. Anybody want some advice? Give me some thumbs up if you want some advice tonight. Okay, I've got a little bit of advice to give you. My topic tonight is I is for independence. Guess what? Newsflash, we're actually raising our kids to leave. That's right. I is for independence. So it seems like it's never going to happen when you first have a newborn, and then before you know it, they're going off to kindergarten and school's starting here this week, and it's like, you've got to be kidding me. They grow up so fast. It's so true. And then before you know it, they're off to junior high and then high school and then college and then married. But that's what we're doing as parents, is we're training them to leave. So they're in our nest. We want our nest at home to be comfy and cozy and an atmosphere of love and peace. And then we want to build these really close emotional connections. And then when they leave, we'll still be close. Oh, hi, Janice. There's my cousin. She's watching all the way from California. Oh, wink face. It's great to see you. Oh, hey, Brett and Teresa. Good to see you too. You guys are doing an awesome job raising your big family. Man, it's exciting. So I is for independence, and we're raising our kids to leave. They're in a nice comfy nest now, but soon they will be flying out of the nest. And when they fly out of the nest, we want them to be ready to fly so they will successfully be able to start their own family, that's right. Empty nest is hard, but actually it's not as hard, Tracy, when you know that you've done a great job preparing them and they're independent and doing well, flying on their own. And you can just be so proud of them that they are doing that. And, or like a little fish jumping from one fishbowl to the next, you know, they have their place. Hi from North Dakota. Hi, all of you from all over the world. We're talking about parenting tonight and every day, noon and 9. What about a young girl breaking curfew to have sex with her 30-year-old boyfriend? I don't know how young she is. Be specific on the questions if you can. You need to protect her, okay? So that's not at all okay. In fact, it's illegal. If you need to call the police to keep him away from your daughter, absolutely do that, because he's not allowed to be with your young daughter. And I would protect her, lock the doors, supervise her everywhere she goes, make sure she's not out of your sight, because that is very dangerous. It's dangerous for a 17-year-old. She's still in your home. She's still in your care. I would make sure that that man knows it is illegal, and he's not going to get away with that. And you take seriously protecting your daughter, okay? It's not quite time for her to be independent yet, so you've got to really take seriously your job to protect her, and hopefully her dad's going to help her with that as well. Any experience with Asperger's? I do not have experience with Asperger's, but I know as a really great parent, you will find the help that you need so that your child gets the help that it needs as well. That's our job as parents, is we take good care of our children, and then we raise them so when they get older, they can take care of themselves. And that starts at a young age. So when we're training independence, it even starts when they're young, that you can train them, for instance, to create a little bit of independence by maybe going to the nursery while you go to church service. That will create a little bit of independence, and they'll get used to leaving you, and then you'll come right back. And they can trust that when you leave, you'll be right back. And then when they get a little bit older, you can give them a little bit more independence and maybe walk into school on their own, or maybe walk out to the mailbox on their own. Give them some independence. I have my grandchild here, my 5-year-old grandchild, one of my 9 grandkids the other day, and he was wanting something to do. He's a firstborn, and he was wanting to be independent. So I showed him how he could walk out the back door and walk around my house and then walk in the front door. And then he could do that all by himself. And so he started doing that, and he would go out the back and walk around the front. You know, he felt like he was so grown up that he could take a walk around the house all by himself. Of course, I was looking out the window, and he was safe while he's doing that. But what you want to do is you want to start extending as your child grows that leash so that they're not quite so tight. Your child can be independent when they're young by learning to sleep in their own bed. That's a healthy independence that teaches them to go to sleep on their own. When my firstborn was 3 years old, a neighbor girl came by, and she'd been playing with her, and then her mom came by, and she was talking with me privately, and she said, you know, it's so difficult because I still have to sleep with my 10-year-old. Either she has to sleep with us or I have to sleep with her because she won't sleep on her own. And I thought, oh no, that's terrible, because at that time my daughter had just turned 3 and she was really struggling to sleep on her own. She kept coming back in our bed, and then I would just go lay with her. So she did not know how to sleep on her own. She wasn't independently sleeping yet. And I took that heads up from my neighbor, whose 10-year-old still wasn't independently sleeping, like, this isn't a phase she's going to outgrow. I need to take the personal responsibility to teach my daughter to be independent as she sleeps. And then I learned as I was raising my kids the importance of teaching them to be independent. So teach them to do a task, teach them to master something, and then show them how to do it. What is good independence for homeschoolers? He's 4, but I want to help, not hinder. Well, I would suggest that there's something that he can do independently. So start, let's say, you know, his work. So you sit here and you do your work all by yourself, okay? And use those words because you're a big boy. So speaking to him as identity, you're a big boy, you are smart, and you can do this all by yourself. Otherwise, it's easy for a homeschool mom sometimes that the kid always wants help and they're not being independent. So you know what? Let them work independently. Let them do things by themselves. When my kids were 8 years old, I taught them, showed them how, and instructed them, and then they began to do their own laundry. That's right. All 4 of my kids, give them the gift of courage. Teach brave, not fear. Exactly. I taught all 4 of my kids to do their own laundry, and then they could do that on their own. That's teaching independence. It's teaching them a life skill so that we're not doing everything for them. We're training them to leave. Okay, so if your child is complaining, I'm afraid, I don't want to go to my class, I don't want to leave you, I don't want you to go, I'm afraid. And encourage them of their identity, like Brooke just said, like she typed in the comment bar there. Encourage them of identity. You're brave. You're courageous. I know you are. You're going to be really brave today. And show mommy how brave you're going to be. I'm going to be so proud of you. You're so brave. You're getting to be such a big girl. You're starting to be independent. You go to your own class. I go to mine, and mommy will be right back. So just encourage that. Encourage it over and over and over again. Because remember, you're raising your kids ultimately to be personally responsible for themselves. And so we do that in small increments throughout their lives. Let's see, I made a note for myself here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I can do hard things. That's right. I can do hard things is a great thing to tell them. Also, I had a question here about a child that was struggling with independently staying in their after-school program. And that same thing, just encourage that. And just tell them, you're brave. I know you are. You can do it. Mommy will be right back. I promise I will. And then you can build that trust. They can build that independence. When your teenagers get older and you're starting to teach them more life skills, teach them how to drive. Teach them how to drive early on. I suggest as early as possible. Get their learning permit for as long as possible so that you're teaching them for a whole year. Teach them how to drive independently to the places they need to go. The grocery store and back. The gas station and back. church and back, school and back, work and back, so they can independently go exactly the places that they need to go. And don't be afraid to let them go. They need to have a little bit of responsibility at a time so that they become independent. So they can eventually become financially independent and absolutely independent, so that when they go off to college, they're not worrying about you doing all their laundry. They're not worrying about you paying their bills. They're independent. Leave and cleave. Have you ever heard that? That's right. So whenever it's time for them to get married, they have to be prepared that they will leave their father and mother and cleave to their spouse. And they're ready to do that because they've been practicing it. And you've been practicing giving them independence. So even though there's boundaries, widen that fence, make the boundaries larger so that they can have more opportunity to be independent. I had all of my kids do missions trips when they were in high school, so that home is a safe place to learn. It is, and you can just expand their boundaries even at home to be more independent even at home. But I loved all of my kids to do missions trips, because that gave them an opportunity to travel without me and to be taught by a youth pastor instead of only being taught by me. And these opportunities help them be independent. Then it's not so hard to go off to college if they've already gone off to missions trips in the summers. So these are ideas to just implement, some practical ways to implement the importance of teaching your children independence, okay? And I want you guys to know I'm excited to be here noon and 9 every day. My 4-year-old is praying for a wife already. That's hilarious. But you know what? God's got a plan for their life, and that's going to be good. You always want to teach those 4-year-olds to pray no matter what. I'll be here every day, noon and 9, okay? 7 days a week to encourage you with your parenting. I'm your biggest parenting cheerleader. You guys know that God's got a plan for your life. He's got a plan for your children's lives, and we just have to be diligent to train them all of these things, okay? And if you would like to catch my past Periscopes, they're now on my website, which is up and running today, TrinaTitusLozano.com. And the previous Periscope episodes are on there, TrinaTitusLozano.com, as well as the corresponding articles to go with, so far, A through I. I'll continue this series tomorrow. See you at noon and 9. That's right, Kendall, it's exciting. So you guys can read, and even if you don't quite, if you've missed out on some of these things, you can catch up, and I'll be catching up too, to get all this information to you and to other parenting friends that you know. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the morning again. Bye, everybody. God bless you. Happy parenting. Finish strong. Have a great rest of the day. If the kids aren't tucked in, go get them tucked in. Hug and a kiss. And then tomorrow's a new day, and I'll be up and periscoping with you again at noon and 9. Spread the word for me. I want lots of followers. Thanks for you guys coming. Thanks for the hearts. God bless you. Bye.